Hi guys, it's Mashalina. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. And today I'm going to talk about the Queen's funeral, like what the plan is so far. So she obviously passed away on the 8th of September, last week Thursday, and around the afternoon time. And yeah, so on day 12, which will be the 19th of September, next Monday, King Charles III has announced that it's going to be a bank holiday across the UK and that her funeral is going to take place then. So I'm going to do a brief summary of the Queen's life, just like the key dates and the key years in her life. And then I'm going to just go on to talk about the funeral itself and what the plans are. So Queen Elizabeth II was born on the 21st of April 1962. She was then married to Prince Philip on the 20th of November 1947 at Westminster Abbey. I'm looking down at my notes. I've got some notes down just for the key dates. In 1948, Prince Charles was born, who's now King Charles III. On the 6th of February 1952, King George VI dies, and Queen Elizabeth II successors to the throne, aged only 26. So when she became queen, she was only 26 years old. On June the same year, 1953, she had her coronation. And then in 1977, she celebrated her silver jubilee. In September 2015, the Queen surpasses her great-great-grandmother, Queen Victoria's reign as a monarch. And she becomes the longest reigning monarch in the UK so far in Britain. And then in 2017, we had her sapphire jubilee. And then in 2021, last year, obviously her husband, Prince Philip, died. And I personally feel like she was kind of heartbroken after that. I remember watching the funeral, and the Queen was kind of separated and segregated from everybody else because of COVID, because of quarantine and isolation. And I remember she was just looking so sad. And I think Prince Philip was either 98 or 99 when he passed away. So I genuinely thought the Queen would live for much longer as well. I thought she would maybe make it to past 100, but I think it was more like heartache, heartbreak. She was married for a very long time, and I think she just missed him a lot. I mean, it's been just over a year. I mean, a year and a bit since her husband died, and then she kind of passes away after that. It's really sad. And obviously in June this year, 2022, we all celebrated actually her platinum jubilee. 70 years, that's a very, very long time. It was a lot. She's the longest reigning monarch in the UK, and 2 more years she would have been the longest reigning monarch in the world. I think that France, King Louis something from France was king for 72 years. So I'm personally really sad about that. It would have been so nice to know, it would have been so proud, as I would have felt so proud personally being British and just thinking oh, our monarch's been the longest monarch in the whole world. But unfortunately she passed away. And yeah, so like I said, Monday the 19th of September is going to be our bank holiday. King Charles, not Prince Charles anymore. It feels so weird, so strange to say that, has announced bank holiday next Monday, 19th of September. I've said that already. So the full details of the state funeral has not been revealed yet. However, we do know some the major events that's going to be happening. They've pinpointed it across online and just on newspapers and stuff. And the service will be held at Westminster Abbey, where the Queen got married. There'll be a military procession across London, and then there's going to be before the private family ceremony at the chapel in Windsor Castle. They're going to have that as well. The funeral will be broadcasted. The whole funeral will be broadcasted on BBC, and also BBC iPlayer for everybody to see, and across the world as well. Everyone's going to be broadcasting it. It's going to be held at, like I said, Westminster Abbey at 11 a.m, which is summertime, so we haven't changed our time yet, so it's still summertime. So 11 a.m. it's when it's going to happen. And heads of state from across the world would be flying in to join the royal family members to join the funeral service of the Queen. The Queen's coffin will then be carried from Westminster Hall to Westminster Abbey, where the service will be held. Next, the Queen's coffin will be moved to Windsor Castle, where she'll be buried next to Prince Philip, her husband. And I think they'll have another, a small service over there as well. And Windsor Chapel, I think, with the members of the royal family and some states, head of states from other countries, I think. But again, these details haven't been finalized yet. These are just like the small details, the key things that are going to happen that's been outlined so far. So, I mean, obviously on the day itself, we'll find out what exactly is happening. But the main service will obviously be held at Westminster Abbey. And I think the Queen will be, her coffin will be left open for a few days for like the public to come and have a viewing. But I'm not sure. I don't think they'll be able to get close up, obviously. But I think it will probably be broadcasted for everybody to see. Again, the details of that haven't really been revealed yet. This is all we know so far. And yeah, so it's so strange to think that, you know, everything's going to change now. So our stamps are going to be there, you know, the Queen's head being on the stamps are going to be changed. Money, the currency, the pound, Bank of England has announced that they will be changing it soon to, you know, from the Queen Elizabeth II's, like her head being on the notes to, you know, King Charles III. His face is now going to be on the new pound notes and coins. And oh my god, that will take a long time to do that. You know, it's been 70 years, imagine. And you know, the national anthem's going to change from God Save the Queen to God Save the King. And you know, there isn't the heir to the throne being a female. There's not going to be another female for a very long time. It's so strange. It felt really nice to know, as being a woman myself personally, I felt it was really nice to know that another woman was like the head of our state and the head of the Commonwealth, and was me being a feminist as well. It just felt really nice to know that it was another woman. And now it's just, if you see the next heir, they're all, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a male monarch, obviously, but it just, you know, the national anthem being God Save the Queen, it's not going to be God Save the Queen for a very long time now. By the time, whenever it does change to God Save the Queen again, I will definitely not be around. I know that I'll be long gone. Yeah, it's just very strange. I mean, it's 70 years is a very long time, and you can have different opinions of the Queen. I know loads of people have different opinions of the Queen, but I personally think she was, you know, she was very strong. And being that old, being 96, and she was even, I think it was on the 6th of September, literally 2 days before she passed away, she appointed her 15th Prime Minister on the, I remember watching the video on YouTube actually on the 6th of September. I'm looking at it right now on my laptop. She appointed, you know, Liz Truss as her 15th Prime Minister, and there was a video of her, you know, she's with a walking stick, she's really small, she's very petite, and, you know, she's old, you can tell she's very old, and yet she was walking and she shook hands with the Prime Minister, and, you know, it was so shocking to know on the 8th, I think she passed away in the afternoon, but they didn't actually announce it until, I think, 5 p.m, I think, and I think I found out just like, at 5:30 I was actually cooking, and then all of a sudden on Instagram I just opened it randomly, all of a sudden I just saw announcements about the Queen's death, and it was just, I knew, obviously everybody knew she was unwell, because especially during the Jubilee she couldn't really make an appearance because of her health. I'm so sorry. It's just so strange, because just literally in June, 3 months ago we had a Platinum Jubilee, and I remember that Platinum Jubilee weekend was so nice. I remember we were celebrating as well. We had a barbecue, everyone was celebrating. We were so proud, and we still are. We're so proud, and we still are very proud. And it's just so shocking to think that she's actually like gone now. It's so strange, because just 2 days ago she just seemed, you know, she was standing up, she was walking, she had a walking stick, but she was still up at 96, and she was always very strong. And only her health sometimes would, like, you know, cause her to like not be involved in certain things, because it was just her health. Other than that, she was always, you know, she was going for horse riding in the morning, she was driving her Range Rover. That was always very nice to see. And yeah, I personally had the pleasure of meeting her during the tragic event of Grenfell Tower fire in 2017. She came to congratulate the firefighters actually after they, you know, risked their lives to go and try and save as much people as possible, as many people as possible from that event, from the tower. And I remember she came, what's the place called? Grenfell, it's literally called, I think it's called Grenfell Tower, the area. I remember seeing her then, how many years ago? 2017, 5 years ago. And yeah, that was the first and last time I ever saw her personally, like in real life. And she was lovely. And her voice is very, I personally thought her voice was very sweet, especially in real life. And yeah, she was just very, you know, she's majestic. She's the queen. Well, she was the queen. It's just so strange. It's very strange to think that. And if you can hear breathing sounds, it's my baby. I'm holding her on my lap, so if you can hear that, that's what that sound is. But yeah, so maybe we might get more updates about the funeral. I'm not sure, but this is all the details that we know so far. So it's very sad. It's very shocking. The whole world is actually mourning, and yeah, it's very strange. Now we have a new king. I don't know when his coronation is going to be. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I'm sure it will soon. Definitely it will. And yeah, it's just a strange feeling, but that's all I have to say for now. Hope you guys not enjoyed this video, but I hope you guys found it quite informative, and give a big thumbs up if you did. Because you know, this obviously it's not nothing about enjoyment right here. It's so sad. And yeah, so subscribe if you haven't already, because I will be doing more updates, because I actually live very close to Buckingham Palace and Westminster Abbey as well. So I'm not sure, I might go, but I'm not really sure yet 100%, because it will be crowded, and you know, I have a baby, I have a newborn, so it would be quite difficult to go, although I really want to. And that hasn't really been decided yet. And I'll be able to do updates, you know, especially if the procession is happening, the military procession, I mean. So yeah, please do subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell icon so that you'll be notified when our next upload. And as usual, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully